Fellow Toastmasters and guests, my name is Shawndra, and I am courageous, not to keep on this. As a child, I was very quiet, shy, and apprehensive. I had 3 older siblings. They were 5, 6, and 9 years older than me. So in many ways, it felt like I had 5 parents rather than 2. There was always someone, somewhere, telling me what to do and how to do it. I wasn't given very many opportunities to simply try something without being given a long list of how I should have done it better at the other end. Because of this, I chose to observe things rather than participate in them, because I figured out that the only way to never fail at something is to never try. I let the risk of failure intimidate me in most of my life, and I ended up being afraid of a lot of things. You may wonder then, why did I choose to introduce myself as courageous of all things? Well, I could prove to you my courage by listing some random things that I've done in my life. For example, I have been cliff jumping over a cliff that was over 3 stories high, plunging into a freezing cold river below, and the actual fall off the cliff only lasts but a moment, but that sense of impending doom awaiting you at the bottom, that lasts long enough. I've been whitewater rafting down the Ottawa River when the water was at its peak, which makes the river rage and the current really strong. With every rapid that we went over, my friends were like flying off the raft left and center, including the guide, which left the rest of us desperately trying to paddle, not even knowing which direction to go. We just didn't want to be thrashed against the rocks. But it was so much fun. I love to go hiking in the mountains, and I've summited quite a few now. One of them being Mount Rundle in Banff. You're probably familiar with the wedge-shaped mountain right there. It's a steep and strenuous climb. You gain about 5,000 feet in only 6 or 7 kilometers. If these numbers don't mean anything to you, just think Stairmaster for 7 hours. Once at the top, my husband convinced me to crawl up to the edge and let my head and hair hang over the 1,000-foot drop down at the other side. And even though I wouldn't fall because I was lying down, my stomach was going berserk as I licked down that cliff. I could tell you other types of courage that I've had. I got married at the age of 18 to the love of my life. We're still happily married. I've given birth to 3 beautiful children, and all you moms know out there that it takes courage to go through labor more than once. We moved to Calgary 11 years ago without having jobs lined up or knowing a single soul. I regularly sing in front of hundreds of people, and I've performed in front of thousands. But just in case you think that gives me any kind of advantage here, let me assure you that singing and speaking are not the same beast to conquer. To top off this list of courageous things that I've done in my life, let me just give you one more. You'll be anxious to hear it. I have even eaten yogurt way past its expiry date. But none of these things are the reasons why I chose to introduce myself as courageous. Courage is the ability to do that which frightens you. Courage has many faces then. For courage is found on the face of a firefighter volunteering to fight fires in Fort Mac. But courage is also found in the face of my 8-year-old son at baseball when he refuses to back off home plate even though those pitches are coming awfully close to the inside. Courage is also found in the face of my 12-year-old daughter who signed up to run the 100-meter dash even though she was the shortest in her class. She placed 3rd. Courage is also found in the face of my 13-year-old son when he admitted he was the one who spilt juice on my brand new carpet. I see courage in the face of each one here. For you know it takes courage to walk through those doors for the very first time. You know it takes courage to get up here and give any kind of speech at all. It takes courage to try something new, to risk failure, and to pursue a dream. It's for these reasons that I say to all of you today, fellow Toastmasters and guests, my name is Shawndra, and we are all courageous.